What is going on, guys? It's me, PioneerHD, and we're back today with episode number 3 of Leverkusen career mode, and we're going straight into a game. As I showed you in the last episode, we're coming up at Wolfsburg away, and they are a decent team, and we haven't had the easiest start to the season. We've played the likes of Dortmund, we've played Werder Bremen, we're now playing Wolfsburg, so we're getting some of the bigger lads out of the way, and that means that sometime throughout the season we will have quite an easy run. A bit boring run, to be honest, but nevertheless it'll be easier than these games. So in the 10th minute, Icardi went through there. Naldo slices him from behind, and I thought that should have been a red card. Keeper only gives him a yellow, and I have to apologise just quickly. Something really fucked up with my Elgato during this recording of this episode, and there may just be like a little bit of blurriness on your screen at times, or like choppiness of the video, and I do apologise for that. I'm trying to work out why that has happened and sort of like fix it for the next episode, but just bear with me. And Icardi did manage to slide that one home, making it 1-0, and that was a fantastic start to the game, and we do seem to be starting quite quickly in games, and that is a good sign from us. They whipped the ball in. I mean, falls to Naldo, tried to make up for his mistake, but then he puts it wide and should be at least getting that on target. Then a fantastic ball in behind from Bellarabi into Icardi. A tame shot, falls back to him, and he slides that one home basically into the open net, and that put us 2-0 up just before half time. And it was quite a boring game, quite evenly contested in midfield, but we were 2-0 up, and that was it for half time. Other than this one chance, De Bruyne goes through here. Top rack, I wasn't sure if I should bring him over. I did bring him over. He overhits the pass, and Bentner doesn't actually manage to get his head onto it, and that was a bit of poor play from them, but fortunate for us that it was. And that meant that was all for half time. We went into half time 2-0 up, and it was a very, very solid performance from us. We had 3 shots and 3 on target. They only had 1. And they were getting battered. Then Icardi went through here, fantastic shot at the keeper, but he managed to save that, and he was trying to get his hat-trick as he had already scored 2 this game. Another fantastic ball into Son at the back post from Bellarabi. He ducks inside, a fantastic shot, but the keeper is equal to him, and the keeper was on fire in this game. He really did keep Wolfsburg into it, so I decided to make a few changes. I decided to bring on Werner behind the striker, and I also decided to bring on Dermich and then actually move Icardi behind the striker and Werner to the right midfield. I also decided to bring on Goretzka as a holding midfielder and see how he would do there, because I haven't actually used him there yet, but I know he can play there. So that was it for the 79th minute. They had a header there, but that was their only really chance of the second half. We then tried to play him through there, but he wasn't getting to the end of that, and that was all for this game really. Icardi was desperate to get his hat-trick. A lovely run here in the 90th minute. I thought he could actually pull it off. He went through about 3 of them. He goes in. I hesitated just to make sure that I would score, and Naldo managed to get back and make a fantastic tackle, and that meant that it kind of stopped Icardi from getting his hat-trick. But nevertheless, he did pick up 2, which is a good return from a player, and he has started the season fantastic. I can tell you at the end of this episode that he is actually he is actually the top goal scorer with Bellarabi behind him. I then realised that we had our first game in the Champions League against Roma, and a few of our better players were lacking in fitness. So we were going into this Roma game playing quite a weakened side, to be honest. By no means our best team. We did keep in the same defence just because they have been quality so far. They were a little bit down on fitness, but I didn't really want to bring in anyone new into such a big game. So I knew Roma at home would be probably the toughest fixture of our season so far. They're fantastic, and they did prove to be a very, very solid team. Defensively, they were fantastic, but we did actually dominate them. But we just struggled to score. 7th minute, they had a chance there, and they definitely should be hitting the target. I would just be disappointed with myself, and I should be hitting the target here with Dermich. I thought the keeper was coming out to collect that, so I slid in to try and just get there in front of him, and he actually backpedaled and missed. They did then go 1-0 up through Jovino there, and I was so annoyed here. A deflection, he cuts inside. I shouldn't be allowing him that much space. What Leno was doing, just passing it straight into his play, and he was never going to miss there from there, Jovino, and he was actually a very, very big threat. And they were going into half-time 1-0 up, but it falls the guy on the edge of the box. Fantastic shot, but the keeper is equal to him, and that meant we went into half-time 1-0 down. And I was quite lost, to be honest. I did not know what we had to do to try and get a result out of this game. I would take a draw away to Roma. It would be a fantastic point for us. So I was going to make a few changes aside. Nope, let's see how it plays out. A lovely switch from Goretzka. allows Werner to cut inside, back to Spahic, back to Dermich, shoots and he hits the post, and it just wasn't going in for us. So it came to the 67th minute. I thought, right, it's time to make a few changes, bring on our better players. So I decided to bring on Berarabi for Goretzka, and that was the only sub at this time. Dermich then picked up the ball in the edge of the box, burst through, and that is such a bad shot. You do not understand how annoyed I was with Dermich. Throughout this game, he missed so many good opportunities. It then falls to Dermich here into Son. He shoots, it falls back to Dermich, falls to Son, and he can tap that back in with his head, and that meant that it was 1-1 in the 90th minute. And I thought he was actually going to give that off for offside, but it did fall back to him, and he can just tap it into an open net, and we were very fortunate, and that was the end of the game. It was 1-1, managed to get the equaliser in the 90th minute, but I would take a 1-1 away to Roma. It was a very well earned point for us. We then played Augsburg and went 1-0 down in the 5th minute. I was thinking, oh my god, why did I sim this game at this stage? But then Son managed to equalise in the 25th minute. And I knew we were playing at home, we should definitely be beating teams like this, especially the way we've started the season and coming off a good result against Roma. Berabi then picked up a second, and we finished it off with a third from Berabi, who managed to get 2 in that game. So that's all for this episode, guys. We haven't lost a game so far this season. We're undefeated. We're looking strong. We're top of the Bundesliga. So if you can leave 5 likes, there'll be another episode coming out to you soon. Be sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below of what you think the series is like. I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.